So good everyone. Let's just have a little look on USD JPY. Now, before we start, I want us to check USD index and JPY index because we'll be trading more of JPY pairs this week. There's something that is happening in the market. So firstly, we will start with JPY, JPYX. So we'll start with JPY index, then checking JPY index. The problem we had last week when we were selling JPY pairs, that was before I did this analysis. When we were selling JPY pairs, we actually expected the market was actually showing a sign of a bull from this zone. Yeah, it was going up. That was why we were selling it last week. So now suddenly we had a break and the market jumped. We had a jump on the market and the market jumped. Then coming back for the retracement to fill in this jump, we are expecting the market to fill in the jump totally, but the market decided to respect this zone even though it didn't tap in and started selling back again. That means if JPY is selling, that means there is a high possibility all XXX JPY will go for a buy, because JPY selling means JPY index is weak, and if JPY index is weak, it means that other pairs will be buying JPY. Mostly, sometimes you see other pairs like kind of ranging if the pair also is weak, but if the pair is bullish trading JPY, then you will definitely see a buy on JPY. Then looking at the bigger picture on JPY, we can see that on daily time frame, JPY have been on a downtrend for a long period of time, not today, like a long period of time starting from 2020. JPY has been on a downtrend. It is not going high. So this is what we see on JPY. Then we'll go to a 4 hours time frame. On 4 hours time frame, what are we expecting? The market have actually successfully broken this zone. Before we go to that zone, I think there is something here. Yeah, we have the market drop into this zone. So that means on the 4 hours time frame that we have seen that the market has actually broken this zone, broken this structure. We expected that we will see a double bottom for the market to buy to this zone again. That was the last trade where we took that didn't play out well. Yeah, but the market instead came back and break below this zone. Now that we have seen a break below this zone, is a break of structure. So what is the target? The target is 690. Now as we are targeting 690, market does not just jump and start selling from 690. But if you look at it clearly on 4 hours time frame, you can see that the market actually is on a good zone. The market can stay reverse from this zone. This rejection is good, can reverse from this zone, or we might see the market pulling up to this zone for a total reversion. You understand? Total reversal. So that is what we expect from JPY. So JPY index, we expect at least fill in the zone and continuation. You understand? To the downside. Then we go to the 2 hours time frame to see the high possibility of the market pulls. Then on 2 hours time frame, the market is still pointing now, but this place is terminated to me. On 2 hours time frame, we might see on Monday market opening having a pull to this zone before the sell. You understand? So that is what we're expecting in the market. So now we'll check USD index. So checking USD index, right? Now we are expecting USD index to actually retrace from this zone, but after retracing the first time, it's pulled up again after the news. So now we can now see the market USD index broke above the resistance zone. So we'll go to weekly time frame to see. On a weekly time frame, we can see it's clear to us that now USD index has actually broken this zone before, making a break of. It has made a break of structure here, showing you a high possibility to the upside. Then after the break of structure, we had a retracement down to this zone, and this retracement down to this zone, we are having a rejection at this level. So as it has not even gotten here, so but this is a precious candle to us. Looking at this precious candle is looking at the market has tapped in on this zone, that is weekly time frame. So now weekly time frame, we have an important place that the market is kind of showing a reversion. And if you change it to this zone, you will see that this is a reversal pattern, and we can also see a divergence happening in the market. Yeah, that is showing a high possibility that this market will go on a buy. That is on weekly time frame. Then we'll go to daily time frame. On a daily time frame, what are we expecting on a daily time frame? We actually expect the market to break above this zone. After breaking above this zone, we'll wait for a retracement. This is a possible sell-off for the market on a daily time frame. So what are we expecting? We might see this market pulling up to this zone, retrace, then move higher. That is what we're expecting. Then I will check to see if there is a very good candlestick that we'll be looking at. Then we can point out at this. We can look at this. We can look at this. Can look at this. Then we'll go to 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, the market is kind of finding it difficult to break above that zone, but irrespective of how the market is moving, we can see that this market is making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. When it has made a higher high, we expect it to break above, come back to make a higher low. Then that means high possibility of this market coming back for this zone before the continuation, retesting this zone from this zone, then continuation to the upside. You understand? That is what we are expecting. That means with what we are seeing in the market, the US index is very bullish. Yes, it's very bullish. So now we'll go to USD JPY. Now we have seen that JPY is weak, USD is bullish. That means what are we now going to expect in the market? Then we'll come to USD JPY. Now there is something that has been happening on USD JPY. On the weekly time frame on JPY is not actually showing any sign of reversal yet, but on USD JPY weekly time frame is actually kind of showing a reversal pattern. But USD, we expected the last sell we took, yes, the last sell we took, we expected the market to break below this zone, so that we can now confirm that yes, we have broken a structure going for a downtrend. Then this place will be the first target for us. But currently on weekly time frame, the market is not actually smiling. You understand? It's not actually smiling. So the market still hold this zone. This zone is still holding for the market. Now what we are expecting in the market now is that before we respect this zone to be a very good level on a weekly time frame, so we'll hold this level. I will change the color, change it to maybe black, so that it will be different from what we had before. Then on weekly time frame, there is another thing remarkable that is the market is showing us. The thing there is that this market, the range upward is not actually just going upward. Yes, it is forming like a bearish flag. Yes, it's forming like a bearish flag. Remember, market made, after making this high, it came back and showed a fake out. After fake out, you now saw a break of structure. The market came back and retraced to the fake out, and instead of it to pump above their zone, above this level, it has not actually broken above this level, and the market is coming back. So the reason I mark this other block is that actually if I see this market retracing to this other block a week or anything, I will sell it. Yes, I expect a sell. And you might ask, why am I selling? The reason I'm selling is that the perfect break of structure, these reactions here is seen as an internal structures. The perfect break of structure, this is not the base. You understand? The beginning of it. The perfect break of structure, this is where the pull started. Yes, this is where the journey started. After this high, the market made the pull before the comeback. So the market, if this market can sell from this zone, we might see a high possibility for this market going all the way, maybe making a way down and gaining a base here for more continuation or downward again. So that is what I'm expecting in the market. That is weekly time frame. That is for investors. So we don't trade on this zone for now. So now on a daily time frame, now we are going on a daily time frame. On a daily time frame, we can see that this is an uptrend the market is making. Remember, I always tell us that majority of the uptrend is a flag on other time frames. So we saw an uptrend daily time frame, but on a weekly time frame is showing like a flag. You understand? So what are we now seeing? The market has has been respecting this pattern. First pull, return after the yama, it came back, return after the player came back, and we had a pull. Then all these ones, I see it as same movement in the market, like same body is not different, but you know, yeah, it will be an internal movement, internal structure on a lower time frame, but on daily time frame is also seen as the same structure. So what I'm expecting is, if this market can make this pull to this down part, then I will look for a buy to the weekly zone that we're expecting to sell it from. So remember, these are the two levels we're expecting to sell it. Then if we are selling it on this weekly zone, our take profit will go this way. That means what we should be looking at is something like this. Maybe we use 0.5. Let's check if we'll cover. Yes, we'll cover that level. So using 0.5, then we take profit at this zone. That is actually what I am expecting in the market. That is daily time frame, but we don't take a position on a daily time frame. We always look for a place that will favor us more, so that we will not risk all the money we have. Then we'll now go down to 4 hours time frame. On 4 hours time frame, remember that JPY is showing a more continuation sell to the support zone that we are expecting. You understand? That means if that pullback on JPY that I said it will pull up, maybe we expect a pull up for the week, opening of the week, then more sales. That means we expect the same thing here, a pull down, then continuation. You understand? That is what we are expecting. So on the 4 hours time frame, we can now see clearly that we have an order block here, and we have a precious candlesticks there. You understand? At the same time, this precious candlestick aligning with the order block. Now let me mark the order block out. You can see now, if you trace it backward, you can see that it is aligning with the precious candle. You understand? So what I did is just take 50% of the candlestick, the order block candlestick, and the 50% line the same way with the precious candle. You can see line the same way with the precious candle. That's just all I did here. So now going to 2 hours time frame now. On 2 hours time frame now, we can now see that our stop loss is basically supposed to be below this zone. Supposed to make everything possible for our stop loss to be below this zone. So now it doesn't mean that this market must retrace to this zone. If we see a possibility of a continuation without a retracement, we'll go in with it, or we can just calm down and wait for the market to come to this zone for ourselves. Now on 2 hours time frame is not actually showing a different thing. For those of you that is not good to candlestick patterns, you can check chart formations or chart patterns. You can see this is a breakout structure. Yeah, that is this market. First time we sold it, that was on Monday last week. We sold it on Monday last week. That was this move. We saw it making a double bottom. We expected a massive fall, but instead the market, after the news, the market just jumped back. That was when the JPY had a jump that way. So the market just pumped and break this structure. So we are now moving from bearish sentiment to more bullish sentiment. You understand? Remember that the market has been bullish for a long period of time. So what do you expect? It's more profitable to stay with the big men, that is the people ruling the market, than jumping in with the losers, that is the sellers. They are actually losing in this market now. So now on 45 minutes time frame, on 45 minutes time frame, we can now see that this market actually left a very good precious candlestick at this zone. Now as we mark out this zone now, this is the market is having a range on this zone. Then I can mark it out this way. Can mark the levels the market is ranging on. That means with this move on 45 minutes time frame, 45 minutes time frame is saying that we might see a move, the market retracing to this level, then continuation, instead of going as low as we expected in the market. And if this thing happens, the profit will be massive. Yeah, some risk is worth it. Why? Because if we risk our money on this level and the market suddenly respect this level, we are going to earn much money. Why? Because if we place our entry at this zone and our stop loss 0.5 0.3, then take profits as high as this level as expected, even though anything can happen in the market that will make the market to kind of reverse before you take profit. But any move from here for this market, if you respect this zone, definitely it will come back to break above this level. And if you break above that level, we have already made more than 0.3. Yes, more than 0.3. If you break above, at least we are making like 0.6 lowest. You understand? So making 0.6, that means 1 ratio. It should be like 1 ratio 2. Yes. So that means on USD JPY, some people chatted me up saying that it's kind of trying to reject the 154 zones, but to me it is not actually like a rejection, it is just like a partial pullback for a continuation. You understand? So I will confidently wait more on a buy than a sell at this moment. Then for those of you that like 15 minutes time frame, that is for scalpers. 15 minutes is not actually for scalpers, but mostly people that trade short term that use it. 15 and 5 minutes time frame, we can see that the market is still pointing at this zone. Yes, it's still pointing at this zone. We still have a good point at this zone, so I will retrace this zone, this level, trace it to this level. Then we can now see the market has a possibility of retracing to this level or anywhere around here. This place is also a very good important zone, but I don't expect it to go as low as this level. But whatever that happens, we'll see about it. So I'm going back to 2 hours time frame because I prefer 2 hours time frame actually anytime I'm trading. So for now, this is what we are waiting for. Is either the market make a retracement from here to this zone and continuation, or this market make from here a massive drop to this zone, then a massive pullback for a continuation. That is what I am expecting in the market, guys. That is for USD JPY. I will send in for GBP JPY and other pairs, even gold. Sorry, even gold. I'll send in this thing on gold, what we have. As you can see, let me just explain it partially here. There's not much. Now on gold, 2 hours time frame. Now this 2 hours time frame on gold, we can now change it here. We can see that this market, the first time it is ranging upward. Like, let's start from daily time frame. On daily time frame now, I can see that gold actually, it has broken this level. Yes, yeah, this level is a very important level on 4 hours time frame. It broke it, which is a break of structure to it. We expect a move to the down part again. So on 4 hours time frame, we can see the market is ranging upward, trying to gain momentum on, trying to gain respect a level on where to sell from. Then if we change it to a candlestick, we can see that this is actually the perfect zone for this market. Gold might retrace to this zone on 4 hours time frame, but me, anytime I'm trading gold, I always take the liquidity level. What do I mean? I always take this level on gold. So I will mark out this level. If I'm taking gold, I always mark out like this. That is what I mark out. You understand? If you check most of my analysis on gold, that is what I normally mark out. So now that is for gold. We can see that okay, the market is kind of finding it difficult to break above this precious candle here. It can come close to it first, tapping into the wick, drop. Then it came close again and tapped into the body and drop. Now the drop on this body, now if you go to a lower time frame, is actually a break of structure on this level and a double top here, showing a high possibility market pulling up and dropping. But you know what gold is? It have not actually successfully filling or filing the way it wants here. So we might see the markets coming back, because most of the time whenever you see a double bottom or a double top, that double there is a massive liquidity level where the market might come back to clear. So whenever market is coming back for this zone, that is why in demand and supply they always say you should cover the wick, the top. You understand? This is the top, because they know the markets have high possibility of coming to retrace or clear the zone. So what I'm waiting on gold for me to be on a safer side, because I don't have much to risk on gold. Gold have dealt with me this previous week after hitting my stop loss, then it go our way. So what I'm expecting on a 2 hours time frame is, as the markets have been ranging upward, showing a partial rejection and this as a break, then at least I expect gold to at least to come back to this level before the pullback. Yeah, many of you will be like, yes, it have actually picked out this other block and high possibility of a buy. But the sentiment on gold at this period is actually bearish. Yes, the historical movement on gold with the move it has made on a weekly time frame and daily time frame is actually a bearish sentiment. So what I'm expecting, this is a very bearish move that the market made on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday during the news. So it is a massive bearish news, which if for me to take this zone, this position, I should expect gold ranging upward, having a range for a long period, then tapping, then expect my drop. That is actually what I'm expecting. So I'm not jumping into gold now, and that's why I'm not dropping anything on gold now. So if you look at it clearly on 45 minutes time frame, you can see that it's actually making like a possible range to the zones for the market. You're actually seeing a possible zone range that the market is making already. So that is why I am expecting the market to have a sell clearing this level. That means what I'm expecting is for this market to have a pull at this level, come maybe range, then spike up, peak, then drop. That's what I'm expecting on gold. That's what I'm expecting on gold. So for you guys, keep updated. I will post more on USD JPY. JPY pairs. That's what we'll be trading more. Then GU, yes, we'll talk more on GU because we'll be trading GBP USD, Euro USD, USD JPY, GBP JPY, CAD, yeah, CAD JPY, yes. Then we'll trade CAD chef also. That is this week. We are just waiting for the first one to come to our sentiment zone. Then we'll go in for it. We pray that this month will be more profitable than last month. Yes, last month was actually hectic. Thank you guys.